Afternoon all. I appreciate we've been a little bit quiet for a bit. Well, in fact, for the last week we've not done much. You know when you have one of those moments when you kind of think, at the time you're not sure if you did the right thing, but then a few weeks later you realise you absolutely did the right thing. I think I've just had one of those today. I don't know if you can see so much over there. You see all the water? That's land. Somewhere in there, in the middle of it, is the river. But where we were in October at Cranfleet is over a foot higher than it was when we were there in October. So glad we moved. Poor Ernie would have been beside himself trying to get on and off the boat there. Anyway, this is where we are right now. It's quiet, even with this train line. And it's dry. Yay! You can say hello to Ermintrude. She appears to be in here all on her own. Oh, there's another train. She's got a big field all to her little self. She must be a special girlie. Morning, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
What are you doing?
Emptying the empty coal bags out of the dustbin.
And then what you doing? I've just been down to the bin.
Well,
It was bad timing.
I might have to go again.
I think you might.
Then what we're doing, we've got the fuel boat coming with some more coal.
And some diesel.
And diesel, yes.
Mr. Weatherman says we're going to get frozen for a bit, so we do need it, just in case we can't get out and get it. You're a tad dusty there, Mr. Wheatley.
I am slightly grubby.
You can see the Christmas tree's back out where she belongs. Ready for next year? Christmas tree back out where she belongs.
Oh yeah.
Ready to get knocked up. Noisy git. Ready to get knocked over, frozen, scalded, drowned. And everything else a good Christmas tree needs over the 12 months. Morning, Ernie. You living the dream, Dan?
A bad day on the boat is better than a good day in the office.
Oh, have you had that one? Have you stolen that one off?
I stole that from Jeremy Clarkson, who said a bad day on the farm is better than a good day in the office.
Oh, stealing things from Jeremy Clarkson. Uh-oh. You've just lost half your 300 subscribers, probably.
Oh no!
Here we are. Slightly less muddy, thankfully, because it's finally stopped raining. I want to do a video all about living the dream. If we had a quid for every time someone goes past you in summer on the towpath when you're on the boat and they go, "Oh, living the dream," we'd be able to pay for the coal, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I want to know what living the dream is. If living your dream is emptying your own toilet, then yes, we're living the dream.
Getting your hands dirty from the coal.
Yes. Answers on a postcard, please. What is living the dream? I always thought it was Barbados. Obviously, I'm wrong. Morning, campers. Or non-campers. People in houses. Oh, sorry, I've got a scarf across my gob. Look at this. The frozen canal. Very pretty. It's very blooming cold though. We've got this for a few days, so it should get thicker. I've seen loads of birds this morning out of my window. Over there, we've seen redwings and a wren and great tits and all sorts of things, but the trouble is, of course, as usual, I can't get the camera out in time for you to see them. Ernesto is a vision in blue this morning. Camera, of course, so you can't see him, incognito. There's the old girl, keeping us nice and warm in the frost. You know when you get back to your van or your car or whatever it is, and then you realise that you've got it parked in the wrong direction because the sun's over there. So if the van was the other way around, I would not have a frozen windscreen. It's a bit chilly. Ernie's in there somewhere. And of course it doesn't help that I'm not tall enough to reach the bit in the middle. So I have to be patient and wait. Hello all. Here we are again. Happy as can be. The funny thing with the canals, it's something that I never thought about before we moved on a boat. It's just how quick they freeze. So I think last night was below zero. I mean, not massively. Tonight's meant, is it tonight or tomorrow night? I know one night's meant to get to like -6 now or something crazy. But it doesn't take much. You're talking like, you know, maybe -1 or 0. For our American friends, I'm not really sure what that is. Sorry. But yeah, you can say, you know, whatever the point is that things freeze. So, but it doesn't have to be massively cold. And it freezes quite well. And it's rough because there is a little bit of movement on the water. So it doesn't freeze like glass. It's not, you know, lovely and smooth like you think it might be. It's a little bit of snow from yesterday, look. I don't know what he's doing. And it's incredibly difficult to move when it's frozen because it does get pretty thick pretty quick. So it froze yesterday and it's probably about 1 centimetre thick, which you wouldn't think it's that bad, but when you're trying to move a boat through it, because of the, I don't know, the way that ice forms or whatever, you need quite a lot of oomph to be able to move. And then not only is the moving an issue, but because of the way the ice breaks, it breaks in like big sheets and you can hear it cracking like miles away. It's fascinating to listen to. If you go past boats that are moored up, the ice that you're breaking, which can damage your hull, or damage the blacking on your hull at least, or the paintwork, can also damage the boats that you're going past. Particularly the little GRPs, so the little ones, the, what do you call them, little cruisers, the ones that are made out of fiberglass. You can quite easily damage one of those without doing a lot at all. So boaty etiquette states that when it's frozen, just stay put. It's quite easy to look at the weather and go, oh look, it's going to be cold on that day, so we'll go and get water or whatever it is, food, whatever you need, before it freezes, and then just hunker down and wait it out. We're in a nice place at the minute. There's lots of wood that we can forage because wood burns hotter than coal. So coal's nice and it stays in a long time and burns for a long time, but it don't get as warm as wood. So if we can find fallen trees that have been down for a while, then we can burn them. That's good. Ernie's just had a poop, so I'm going to have to go and collect that now. Back in a bit. And what have you got there, Dan?
I've got a sourdough starter.
We finally managed to keep one alive. Look, it's alive!
And doubled in size.
Yay! Now, the next stage of the experiment, let's make bread. Meanwhile, look, proof that the boat does move when it's windy. Do your house plants move in the wind? In your house? There's things banging all over the place. The boat actually moves more in the wind than it does when we're moving it. Properly. With engine power. Whee! Hear that knocking? That's that, it keeps banging on the wall. It's like a pendulum. Decided that today we're going to move at last. So we're going to go that way, which of course means nothing to you, but that is down the Trent and Mersey towards, now where we're going, off towards Mercia Marina or Willington, as you might know it, or you might not know it at all. Dear friends, you may not have a clue. If you look on a map, that's the direction that we're going in. So we're not going to go far because it's the first time we've moved in goodness knows how long. And I'm like, I don't want to go through a lock today. So we're not going to go far at all, really. We're just going to move down the canal a bit, have a different view for a night, and then maybe go through the lock the next day, so Wednesday. And then we were thinking what we might do is have a couple of nights actually staying in Mercia Marina. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's a very posh marina. It's very big. It's got shops, it's got a cafe, it's got a restaurant-y type thing. It's got I think it's got an Indian restaurant as well. It's got Chandler's there. Chandler's being a boat shop. Why they call them Chandler's, I don't know. So if you do know that, I'm sure that you can put that in the replies, comments for me, and let me know why it's called a Chandler's. It'd be nice to know. Yeah. So I'll be back in a bit when we move. Bye.
Hello, Dan. If you can hear me above the train.
And the car. And the boat. And the wind. One of the winter joys is that we tend to use the back deck as a kind of storage facility, which makes it difficult when you move, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah,
Oh, it's loud round
me
here.
out here.
Yeah, store him out here. Oh. That is a poorly bridge. Oh dear. We have our plan. We are here. So we're going to go down here. And then instead of turning, what was it? Left. And going down the Birmingham and Fazeley, we're going to carry on up the Trent and Mersey until we get to Great Haywood. Then we're going to go down the Staffs and Worcester Canal, all the way past Wolverhampton, down the Staffs and Worcester, onto the River Severn, hopefully, and then down here. Thanks for joining us back in 2024. We'll promise to do a few more videos now the weather's getting better.